Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. I'm always seeing or finding new ways to make a shape, and this is a pretty cool one and very easy. I'm actually going to work in the center of the page. I didn't when I was making it. I'm going to draw a square, and I'm going to make it 6 inches, and I'm going to hit P. Then I'm going to take an ellipse, I'm holding down the control button, both of them, and I'm going to make this 6 inches. I'm going to hit P. Now, I've got my nudge factor set on 3. I really don't have to select the whole thing, but I'm going to select the whole thing and then move it over 3 inches. And if you look at this line right here, I want to keep that open and keep this closed. So we're just going to take that shape, and that's why I didn't need to move the box over. And then open this up and you have that shape. Now, it's not going to do us any good now working the center of the page because we're off. But I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. You don't have to work in the center of the page from here on out. You really don't have to work in the center of the page. Let's change colors here. Let's go ahead and go back to that blue. I'm going to try something different this time. And I haven't done a video on cloning it. And, oh, not contour. I just want to get the interactive fill tool. On that one, I put the blue. I'm going to put a little black. And I'm going to bring that black in, make it a little blacker. Now, I'm going to go up to edit and clone this. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. This is our clone curve. This is our control curve. So I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. I jiggled it. So I'm going to, then I hit I'm going to get rid of that. Control D. And then I'm going to put the rotation on that node, and I'm going to rotate it 60 degrees. So you don't like the black. You don't think it was nice. You don't like it. You want to try something else. You don't have to back up and change everything. We will put a black line around it. Look at that. I put a black around that and I put a black line. But now I'm going to get the interactive fill tool and I'm going to put that blue back that I had in the first one. Look how easy that was. And anything you do, I don't like that at all. You know, bringing this in and making it a little bluer. You know, I'm going to try my yellow black, which I really like. That's really ugly. But look at that. That's not very good for a flower. So let's go green color. And then, well, we've already got yellow. You'll find out if you watch another video, I'm not very artistic. You know, I like the blue the best with the black. So we'll put it back to black. But then you can change how dark it is. Watch this when I'm moving this. I mean, you can almost go too black. And you could put let's try a little white in the middle. Let's put blue on both sides of the white. So I'm only having to do this. Whoop. I want blue on both sides. So look at that line. Now take this handle and look at the lines. So you could line the lines up with the exception of this is on a bigger curve. So the lines aren't really going to match up. So you might want to have them just totally different. Look at that. Just kind of pick which one you think is the coolest. And of course, you can always make the line on one side a little better. You could put a little black. Anything you do to the clone, it's going to copy it to the other 6. And you don't have to start over. And then if you wanted to put a white line around it, just go over here and right click on white and put a light white line around it. Now, it took me a while to figure this out. If I delete the clone, the whole thing goes away. So what you want to do with it all selected, go to object and break the 7 objects apart, and then you can get rid of your clone if you were going to use that. I kind of like my first one anyway, but if you want to take a screenshot, this is really easy. It's almost foolproof. But using your nudge, you know, at 3 inches, and I don't care if you do 2 inches and then nudge it an inch, so get to half of that. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.